I've cried all the way through Lady Bird and Little Women, so I'm really excited for the Barbie movie. Alright, hello, dear all. First of all, the decision to make the pink gingham dress. There are in the trailer 2 of them. They look very similar, but actually they're very different. There's the one she wears in the car, which is also the doll that they're selling. It's the one she's flying off the roof with. It has big box pleats, it's quite long, has a petticoat underneath. And then there's the beach romper, basically. It's romper. You can see the shorts in the back, and it has like a skirt sort of apron front. And it's in the exact same pink gingham fabric. I think the beach one is the more playful and fun one. And also, the box pleats, they take an enormous amount of fabric. If you want a box pleat all around that skirt, that's going to cost you a lot more fabric. So, romper it is. Now, let's analyze the romper. There are a few images of the romper in the trailer. You can see a full back and a full front, but the back is never in the shot for very long time, and the only picture I have is a very low resolution blurry one where she's walking. But as you can see, you can catch that it's a romper. You can see the shorts, you can see the heart cutout, and you can see the sort of apron skirt detail coming in over the shorts. I will make a full pair of shorts with the skirt over it. And then for the top, the bodice is basically just one dart here and one dart here. And then the straps in the back, I can't really see how they did that. I will be doing 2 panels. The front panel will be one singular panel with 2 big dots. The back, I will make it into 2 panels. Well, I will explain that visually, but basically one big hard panel, and then to the side, either side, one extra side panel. Let's pattern make. Alright, here we are back again. I've made a pattern. I've made a first mock-up. This is the rough draft. As you can see, couple of issues. First of all, the fit is off on me. The front is quite easy to fix, just the darts, I want them a little bit higher, and I will take them in a little bit. For the back, there are also there's a bit too much room in the waist seam, and also the heart is way too big. That's why I've pinned it, and it looks like a circle now. The back, as you can see, I've put in a zipper in the shorts in the center back seam. I'm not really sure, I wasn't really sure how they did the closure on this romper in the movie. But now I think I figured it out, because I've put the zipper in the back seam, the center back seam. And of course, even if you do that, it would have to be an invisible one. I didn't have one at hand. This was what I got. It was just to close up the seam and see the fit on me. But I was thinking initially, to do like a clasp on the heart in the center back, and then a zipper in the shorts. But I think even if you did an invisible zipper, it looks quite stupid because of the cutaway in the skirt. It's basically all you can see, the zipper. I think what they did, which makes a lot of sense, is they put in a side zipper in a side seam, an invisible one, and then the apron part, the skirt part, is not fully attached to the waist. It's just attached to the waist in the front, but in the back, it's basically just tied over the whole thing. And that way you can access the side seam zipper and hide it at the same time, which is really smart. I have to give them that. It looks much better. And also you get rid of the weird hard clasp thingy. And now looking at the pictures, I don't think there's a clasp, but in the hard cutout, it looks way too neat for that. Oh yes, one last thing, the scallops. I thought I could get away with doing the fold over and then sew the whole thing down. Basically leave a little bit of space when you cut out the pattern. Basically, I thought I could get away with leaving a little bit of more seam allowance when you cut out the fabric, and then just fold it over and sew the scallops down. But because it's curved, I have so much puckering, it's just not really pretty. What I'm going to do about that is I'll just cut a little bit of like a piece of fabric in the same angle as the scallops and then sew that down, which basically amounts to the exact same result. It's just that it's not going to be one piece folded over, but two separate pieces of fabric that I will sew together to finish up the scallop hem. Okay, I'm going to make the adjustments and I'll see you in a bit. Now here we are again with the adjusted fit with the modified pattern. I took in the darts. As you can see, the fit is much nicer. I am really happy with it now. Of course, the straps are just pinned right now, and the side seam zipper, the invisible one, is of course the wrong color. It's just what I had on hand, and spoiler alert, I will do that for the real dress as well. And yeah, I'm ready to cut out the fabric. I think I'm happy with the pattern. And oh yeah, the only thing I forgot to tell you is I'm going to be taking in the width of the shoulder straps. Basically now the shoulder straps in the front, they start really wide. I want them to sit a little bit more in the middle of the shoulder, a little bit narrower, because otherwise they will fall down constantly and it's just very annoying. As you can see, the heart is now a heart, which is good. Let me show you the fabric. I think color-wise, pattern-wise, I found the perfect fabric. It's just the feel, I don't love it. It has a little bit of stretch to it, which I didn't anticipate. And it's more see-through than I thought. Which is also why in the beginning I wanted to do one layer in the bodice, and now I'm just doubling everything. Well, the advantage is that I can clean up the inside really nicely. It's basically lined now. I wasn't a big Barbie kid. It wasn't really my toy of choice. I've seen some of the Barbie movies, but you know what I really enjoy? Barbie Life in the Dream House. But not the new ones, the old episodes. I've discovered them as an adult, and I unironically enjoy them. You cannot tell me that there weren't some adult writers on substances writing those scripts. They are absolutely absurd. It's hilarious. There are references and more references, and you cannot tell me that they are for children because they wouldn't understand. Please tell me I'm not alone with my enjoyment of this series. Plus, I've tried to watch the new ones, but they're just incredibly boring. They don't have the same insanity. it's really disappointing. Bring back the old Barbie in the life in the dream house. Welcome to the hat part of this video. I love a good hat, but I've never actually made one. To complete this outfit, of course, we need the matching gingham hat. I have no idea how a hat is made. That is why we will be covering this straw hat in the gingham fabric. This is what we've ended up with. It really looks bad. I can't be bothered to change it though. This will be just for the photos anyways. It's not like I'll be wearing it out. So I'm leaving it like this. The jewelry. I'm already wearing the earrings. I'll show you how I made them in a second. Basically, I don't have the shell she's wearing in my stash, but I had these. Here you can see me making the necklace. It's just one row of beads. I use pink ones, and then I'm attaching the shells as pendants later. Here I'm just putting on the clasp. Here's me preparing the wire to make pendants out of the shells. I'm twisting the wire into a loop so that I can attach it to the necklace, and the earrings likewise. The earrings are just basically the exact same pendants, but instead of twisting the wire directly after the shell, I've put on a couple of beads on the wire and then twisted it into a loop in order to attach it to the hook that goes in the ear. Let me put on my wig, my blonde wig. Listen, this is not a nice wig. Anybody coming for me, this is a costume wig. I know that. I'm wearing it as a costume. I think it does its job. Okay, now I'm ready. I've put on the jewelry. Here is the reveal. Here is the result. Ta-da! No, I think it turned out really nice. I'm really happy with it. I think I really managed to get really close to the costume in the movie. One thing is I'm not excited about is the stretch in the fabric. You can see it here and there that it does, like, I must have been pulling on it when sewing. It does a little bit of weird puckering at some, for example, at the waist seam. Also, yes, the invisible zipper is the wrong color. I've told you that already. This is the one I've had at hand. It will make do. But yeah, I think all in all, I did an okay job. And here's me having fun as Barbie. I brought my rollerblades.